good, guys? Welcome back to the First Take. I'm Adam Reese, and we're a couple of days away from Star Wars Celebration, which is going to be here in London, and yes, I will be going. And Disney have released or Lucasfilm, whichever one, same thing, a Rogue One, a Star Wars Story official featurette celebration reel. So I'm a little hesitant. I don't want to see too much of this film, man. I want to try and go into it fresh, but then I remember that The Force Awakens, they actually did a really good job of promoting that film, in that they had tons of trailers, but it never really showed too much. Not for me, at least, anyway. So there was still plenty to enjoy. So, okay, I trust these guys. Let's check this. Donnie! Felicity! Whoever you are.
It's like the fantasy you always have as a kid. Everywhere is an amazing shot, an amazing character.
Wow, classics.
It's about the humanity of it, which just makes the whole thing so real.
Ready? And action!
Whoa.
Your heart's beating and you're actually in this situation. You get something very genuine that you couldn't have planned.
You'll actually compose shots that if we were on a green screen set, you just wouldn't have known were available.
The pressure's so high. Like, we're making a film that's right touching my favourite movie of all time. But then if you're too respectful of it, that you daren't do anything new or different, take a risk, then what are you bringing to the table?
Wow.
X-Wing!
X-Wing! Kills the outside down there! Bang!
I mean, this is really where a film crew like this really comes into their own. Like kids, when you were 4 years old, grew up with Star Wars figures, it's a bit like just being that kid again. You're sort of going like, "Arr, arr, arr."
May the Force be with us.
See what you did there. I almost don't need a second trailer. That's good enough. Good enough. You know, they did one of these behind the scenes things when just before Force Awakens came out, and that was really cool. I think it was Comic-Con, I believe last year it came out, or around that time. And yeah, that was cool, and that gave me tingles. I think this was even better in the way it was shot, and just, it was cinematic in itself. You don't, behind the scenes footage are rarely cinematic in themselves. They're just regular, just guy walking around with a camera, just watching people. But this, in itself, it looked, while they're composing the perfect image for the film, whoever's doing the behind the scenes shit seems to be composing the perfect image just for that. I got tingles, man. It feels such like a lived in world. Like, I admit I was a little worried when I heard news like a month or so ago that they were, not just for the reshoots, because that's typical, all big movies have reshoots, after they've wrapped a regular shooting period. But then they were saying that they were worried that it was too dark, too much like a war movie, which I thought was what they wanted. And we're worried that maybe Disney, because of the success that Force Awakens had, they wanted to make this closer to a degree to that in its tone, and they were kind of getting cold feet in making these individual Star Wars movies in between the episodic ones having their own vibe. But I'm gonna stay optimistic. You know, still love the director, and you know, Disney and Lucasfilm are showing they know what they're doing. So, alright, okay, I'm ready for this. So yeah, Star Wars Celebration. In a couple of days, we're gonna get to see most likely a new trailer, new proper trailer 2. That's probably this, just to warm us up. Oh, loving it. Right, you guys, do you even want to watch the trailer 2? I know there are people that only watch the first trailers of most their big anticipated movies and then they just avoid everything else. So I'm considering maybe it's not really a good idea considering this is a trailer reaction channel. I kind of want to stay away from it, but kind of need to see more at the same time. I don't know. What do you think I should do? Right, comments down below, guys. If you like the video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and all that shit. I'm Eddie Reese, and this has been my first take 2, Rogue One, Star Wars Story, official featurette celebration reel 2016.